XDefiant should be a game that should already be released at this point, but these developers at XDefiant just, I don't know what's up. I don't know if it was something going on behind the scenes, or I don't know exactly what the heck is going on over there where the game is just not out yet. But it seems like they came out with an update today, and I kind of want to talk about it because I read it already. It's a little bit disappointing, but I mean it's something where it's like, I guess, you know what I mean. So the update starts saying, Defiance. First and foremost, thank you for your continued support for XDefiant. We are proud to have such a passionate community, and we thank you for your participation in our test phases, including our insider sessions. This game has always been community first, with player feedback as a top priority. While we hoped to go live by the end of March, there are still some improvements that we need to test before that. We're finishing preparation for a 12-hour server test session that will be worldwide on PS5, Xbox, and PC. The goal of this test is to stress our servers and get critical data to prepare us for launch. This is where we need your help to test our servers as much as possible. As always, feedback on your experience is important to us. After this short test, we expect to be able to lock a launch date and start sharing more about the exciting content XDefiant has to offer in the future. Thank you again for standing by us. We will be back once we are ready to share more news. XDefiant development team. So there's a few things to pack here. There's a few things to talk about. First things first, we're preparing a 12-hour server test session. I mean, that's cool, but didn't you already have people playing the beta? Like, why do you need a server test session when you already have people playing the beta? That's kind of like something where I didn't really see, like, oh, this doesn't really make any sense. And I don't know when it's gonna come out either. I don't know when this whole like server beta or anything gonna come out, because they didn't say when it's gonna come out. So I don't freaking know. It could come out tomorrow. It could come out next week. It could come out next month. We don't really know, okay? And the game, I like how it says this game's always been community first. I think it's very, very nice, and I think XDefiant has been like that so far, except for us wanting the game to come out already. Okay, that's like the only part where it's not listening to the community, because we've been wanting this game for a while now, and I've already kind of forgot about XDefiant until I saw this update. I was like, oh, okay, next new XDefiant update. Let's see what's all about. I'm personally a little interested and curious to see what XDefiant is. I wouldn't say I'm excited about the game, like I'm jumping out of my seat, like, oh my gosh, XDefiant, but I'm definitely a little bit curious to see what it is, because after seeing some beta gameplay, I didn't play it, right? After seeing some beta gameplay, it looks like Apex and like COD put together, and I do think that could be a great formula. And especially with FPS right now, and kind of, I wouldn't say it's down bad, because a lot of people are playing it. It is very popular, but just how Call of Duty is, like, come on, we all know Call of Duty really isn't as good, you know, whatever. And Apex Legends, I don't know what's going on with that game, but I know some hackers and stuff going crazy over there. I feel like XDefiant had a great chance to really go crazy, and especially if they were to release this game in 2023 like it was supposed to be during garbage Modern Warfare 2, I feel like this game would have had a great chance. But since it's going to be releasing now, especially with the new Call of Duty coming out, Black Ops Go 4, that's going to be pretty popular. I just don't think that they should, well, obviously I do think that they should release as quick as possible because of Black Ops Go 4, but they would have had a much better footing, and they would have had a much better time releasing it last year when it was actually supposed to come out. I wish this update could have been better than what it was. Instead of saying, okay, we need a 12-hour server test session and we need this and that, they could have been like, hey guys, something was going on behind the scenes, you know, we had some development roads and bumps, and the game's gonna come out around this time, around the end of May, whatever. Like, I have some type of release date coming out. Don't just say, oh, we're gonna have another beta, and after this we'll be able to lock a launch date. I mean, I guess, right? And I know it kind of sounds hypocritical right now, because I'm usually the type of guy that's like, okay, make sure the game is finished, whatever. But they've had all this time to finish. They had all this. What is taking so long for this game to finish? I don't know. You know what I mean? As I said, there's probably something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. That's probably my best bet at this point. But other than that, I mean, this game should be out already. I'm finally glad that they're close to a launch date. You know, that's nice. But yeah, this should have already been something that should have been there. And hopefully when they add this new beta or this new 12-hour server test, I hope they add new things to the game too. Like, don't just like have the old beta come back for 12 hours and just call it a day. I hope that they actually release something new, maybe like a new map, a new game mode, new gun. You know how Call of Duty, right? Every single week of the beta, they release something new with the game. Hopefully they do the same thing with XDefiant here, because if they just release the same thing that we've already had before, I feel like it's just not going to be like, you know, like it's not going to be that great. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully they do that as well. But other than that, man, I mean, I just wanted to talk about this today in this YouTube video, just talking about the XDefiant update and everything, give you guys my thoughts and everything. I mean, it looks all right. It says, you know, they hope to go live by the end of March. That's also something that is pretty pretty eyebrow raising, I guess. I don't know. It seems like by this point the game should have been out already, but it turns out that they need to work on it more. Which, listen, I actually think that's great that they are not going to just be rushing out the game like a lot of these developers do nowadays. Call of Duty. But anyways, I'm glad that XDefiant is taking that step, you know. And yeah, delays are suck, whatever. But I don't know. I'm kind of like split on this now. I'm thinking about it now. It's like half of me is kind of happy, like, okay, they're actually going to be delaying it and actually making the game better. But also half of me is like, this game should have been out already. They had all this time to develop it. And what do you mean more test servers? Like, you know, it's a little frustrating, but at the same time, looking at it at the long run, I think it's a great thing that they are having more tests and everything. So that's all I really have for you guys today, man. Just want to talk about this. As I said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like, subscribe to me, boy Daniel, and I am out.